Hi guys, welcome back to 40 Plus and Unfiltered. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Anna and this channel is all about life and life little struggles. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about something which I'm sure a lot of you could probably relate. I know guys, we're all different. We do deal with the situations differently. We deal with the age differently, but this is in the end what makes us unique. So as the channel suggests guys, the 40 plus, and I'm going to start with my crossover into that sort of era, I'm going to call it this way. Of course, a lot of people say, oh, you know, life begins at 40, or life begins at 50, or life begins at 60. Nonetheless, the 40 is one of the first things that people normally say, life begins at 40, because I think we all cross to the specific time in our lives where we expect things to change. And I gotta say, the week before my 40th birthday, I've gone rather upset. And actually, I think I cried a little bit, okay? Because I feel like I didn't really want to turn 40. And it was only due down to, I think, because there's a stigma or there's a pressure of when people turn specific age, like in my instances was 40, there's expectations of you to almost become a different person, which I refuse to do. And then, of course, just overnight when I turned 40, I woke up and guess what? I'm still the same person and I still felt the same way. Everything was the same, apart from two little things, right? And the thumbnail might be a giveaway for what I'm going to be talking about today, guys. This is about things hurting and the self-awareness when we're talking about bumping into things and kicking things. And it's somewhat a little bit comical, but I can assure you, for me, somebody just turned the switch on, right, overnight for that suddenly to begin to happen. So, a little while back, I remember before I turned 40, I was talking to my husband, and he's of the disposition as well, being over the 40, is to bump into things, or kick things, or not see things. And I remember talking to him, and like, he just kicked something, like, have you not seen that? It's like, no, just totally didn't see that. Or walk into the door, something else. I'm like, right, somebody's just not looking, doing the man thing again, you know, that kind of thing. And then, well, of course, guys, just the following morning after, it suddenly just, honestly, as I told you, it's just switch got turned on and things are aching. It's like we live a healthy lifestyle, okay? We outdoor a lot, we walk a lot, we do a lot of gardening. Generally, we don't just sit on our asses all day, do nothing, you know, we work, we do things. We're generally just active people. And for some reason, it's just things are clicking. Things are just aching. The things that ache that you never knew you had, if this makes sense. It's just the randomness of things. I could now like turn my ankle and it will just click. It never used to. But this strange thing is it just happened overnight. And please do comment down below if you do relate of that. I know the age is what we make it to be, okay? We all have a different level of fitness and, you know, and the health issues, that sort of thing. And I totally understand that. And as I say, we're fairly active people. It's not something that I really don't expect to happen. But the aching part is not all of this. And I can't help, I'm grinning to myself because it happens constantly, right? We're talking about bumping into things, not seeing things, and kicking things. It is absolutely horrendous, okay? I genuinely have a good space awareness to what I thought until now. But now it feels like everything is against me. Be it in my own house or anywhere else, everything is against me. I'm going to start with the one thing that made me really, really upset. Is one night I woke up to go to the bathroom and I came back and I kicked the side of the bed with my toe and I fractured two of my toes. I screamed the house down because it hurt. And it hurt a lot. And I'm comparing this, guys. I was in labor with my child, in a hard labor for 9 hours. I know what the pain is, right? But this was something else. And I thought to myself, bed, what have I ever done to you? Do you know, it's in the same place. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't move. And yet I totally misjudged it and it just walked straight into this. It was absolutely horrendous. I couldn't walk properly for, I think it took me about like 2 months of stop limping because toe shoes, especially, it was a, you know, not a summer, couldn't wear sandals. So basically that totally kind of ruined me. But everything else, right? Again, please do confirm. Hopefully it's just not just me. It just can be. It's simple things as walking into, you know, a kitchen and I have a door is open, there's a handle. Why do I not see the handle? Why do I not see the door? I either keep catching the same top and I just get hooked onto the door, or I bang my elbow or bang my wrist as I'm walking by and just feeling this by. It happens on a daily basis. There are things around the house, furniture, things, you do shopping bag, whatever that you bring in, whatever it's about, whatever you're currently doing. I keep kicking things. I just keep tripping over, sometimes just on the middle of the floor, just by itself. It just trips over. And it gets to the stage where I feel very upset with myself, to the point where I want to kick something bad, like really badly, or I just want to cry. Because after a certain amount of times, you can go through the day of kicking or nudging things, that only then it comes to you like, you know what, I really, really had enough. And guys, again, talking about the simplest things, the common sense, right? We as get older, we get, well, more, not say more cleverer, but common sense. You go through life, you evolve as a person, you learn things, you understand things more, right? And then you do the stupidest of things of putting on tap in the kitchen, for example, and you left the lid for something in the sink, and then tap hits the lid, and of course, you know it. It's just not going to be within the sink. It's going to hit that right specific angle where that lid's going to create absolute shower in the whole kitchen, because I just failed to remove the lid from there. But it's not just the point that just hit the lid. It's just going to hit this, it's just that exact place where it's going to create an absolute nightmare for me to clean up. And this with many things as well, sink related, I'm sure, is picking up a bowl that's got another bowl underneath it without realizing this. And when you pick up the bowl, the other bowl just falls at the bottom. Of course, it's going to be full of water. Of course, it's not going to be anything but, it's not going to be empty. It's going to be full of water and it's going to be going everywhere. There's many times you wash something and of course it splatters there. And you ask to yourself, why did I do it? Why did I not foresee the basic physical behavior of the water hitting a flat surface or something like that? And I do many things, and my husband will ask me, say, well, why did you do that for? And I'm like, I don't know. And it's like asking my 5-year-old daughter when she does something really naughty, you tell her off and you say, but why did you do it for? She goes, I don't know. And this is the same answer I give, I don't know. We just do things. It's changing. Just is really, really strange how the age would just suddenly just switch you into somewhat different physical behavior. And I gotta say, they always say the older people should be careful what we do. Do you know what? For some reason, you just have to. It's either because more things that generally seem to be happening to us, like universe wants it to happen. It's not. It cannot be surely just a lack of attention and something else. A couple of weeks back, and I've covered that, talked about this somewhere else. I was in a garden doing simple gardening. I was taking out my tomatoes with the bamboo sticks, and I was just reached over. I have a raised bed, I made a railway sleeper, so I was reaching over to put the bamboo stick in, so I can obviously tie up my tomato. So I reached over and I pushed the bamboo stick, but unfortunately I pushed it too hard, but overreached without realizing but not doing anything about it. I overreached and the bamboo snapped and I went forward into the bamboo stick. And I honestly thought that bamboo stick literally just penetrated me through my neck. Luckily, it didn't. It just frayed over, and the whole sheer weight of the boucherie of the tomato stopped me going totally flat on my face, because that would have had a totally detrimental effect, I'm pretty sure. But nonetheless, I walked away from this. I cried a little bit, as you do, like a little baby. For some reason, the emotions, when you cross the age of 40, seem to run a bit wild for one reason or the other. I'm pretty sure probably something to do with the hormones, but in fact, I nearly escaped the very serious scenario. But nonetheless, right? But things like this happen. And of course, there's a general thing of walking around and just catching yourself constantly on the door handles and everything and anything in between. And honestly, I cannot say I've ever been covered in so many bruises as I do currently right now. And this is just purely from, doing things randomly around the house. And I know, guys, there'll be people that will say, well, this is what you expect with age. Your senses of everything's changing. And, of course, you get older, you're a bit slower. But it's even though, right, one of the things, reactions are slower. I totally get it. But it goes to the point of almost the opposite way. When yesterday, in fact, I've opened the door into utility room, but I started walking into the doorway before I actually fully opened the door. So I pretty much almost walked into this side of the door. And this is to me like, hold on, come on, brain, keep up. But it's absolutely horrendous. And again, I say this one more time, I understand when we get older, things change. Our things are different. Our bodies just age. They just react to things differently. But it just seems to be that, to me, in my instance, that happened over time. And I still can't get over that every day. And I'll do this. I'm like, oh my God, another bruise, another thing, another scratch. And I think, as you guys, you probably hopefully relate to at least some of that. I think now it's past the stage where I'm like, do you know what? I think there's nothing else really we can do about that. It's the only thing we can do is just to take it on board, still trying to be a little bit more self-aware, but I don't think there's any escaping from that. I think it's only probably going to end up getting worse. So I'm just gonna embrace that, embrace the fact that I'm going to be walking into the doors, tripping over things, wanting to kick things back, irrelevant of what they are, even glass bottles maybe sometimes, just because it upset me, maybe cry a little bit, and just move on and live my day-to-day doing that. So there we are, guys. Well, this is going to be my first whinge of being over 40. Please obviously comment down below. I want to know whether it's hopefully not just me, the experience in that, and at the same time finding this really comical, but at the same time really sad when it really, really hurts. So yes, please guys, comment down below. Don't forget thumbs up. Obviously that's helped the channel grow. This is obviously the idea. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I shall see you on the next video. Bye bye.